storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate. Yo, we weather the storm and the squalls on the shore, dropping ill anecdotes that you ain't heard before. This ain't casting away, it's a deep sea dive, extracting the truth so the culture can thrive. We dissect every piece of the wreckage and rust, turning nautical tales into audible trust. So batten the hatches and lock the main gate. The Shipwreck Podcast is determining fate.
Yo, it's me. We're back once again for another podcast. I'm your host, Bobby Ship. Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm excited to be on here. We got a good show going on. Sorry I'm running a couple of minutes late, but you know how my producers, we had to do a diaper change real quick and get things together. I'm sure you'll see them later on, but in the meantime, it's just me right now. But I'm ready to have a good show. Hope everybody's excited. Hope everybody's had a good week, had a good 4th of July. I know I did. I got a chance to visit the city of brotherly love where it all started at, and enjoy family. It was a really great time. I had a great time. Hope everybody had a great time as well. Sorry, still working on the pod. Anyway, but I'm excited about today. I wanted to have a good catch-up show and talk some pop culture and see how I think people felt about some things. So I'm excited. I'm really am. It's been a really exciting week so far. The first thing I wanted to talk about, I'm gonna get right into it, to be honest with you, because I'm really interested in how people will think about this first subject, which is what's going on with Big Tigger and his wife. As you know, I think, well, some of you may or may not know who Big Tigger is. Big Tigger is a used to be on Rap City, the host of Rap City. Now he is a host of a radio show in Atlanta. And in my opinion, him and his wife are having a toxic relationship and for the world to see. And I just wanted to talk about it and see how other people felt about it. Because the videos I seen, to me, show just a toxic relationship in and of itself, more than abuse. But you know, maybe that's just my hot take on it. So then we're going to get into we're going to take you to the 4th of July celebrations that we had in DC. Show you what how MAGA feels about our country and how it feels about our president. How I feel about the 4th of July celebration. We're going to follow that up with I don't know if you guys know or not, but we had a bunch of mama hold your ears, pussy ass, bitch ass motherfuckers go to DC. The Patriot Front, I think they're called, white supremacist group that are mass punk asses that don't have the balls to show their faces with their racism, show up in DC. And I don't know if many of you guys seen the iconic photo of the young lady that was riding a bus and was surrounded by the white supremacists as they were on their way down to DC. So I want to talk about that. And then finally, I want to talk about the young man that went missing in Mississippi. Nolan Wells is his name. He went missing in Mississippi on July 4th. He was with three of his friends. They all went on a boat together out to one of the barrier islands out there in the Gulf. And they returned home without him, and he never made it back home. So the internet is interneting. And so I wanted to talk about that and see how we felt as a community about that. I'll tell you how I felt about it as well. With that being said, the first one I wanted to get up with is, again, Big Tigger and what's going on with his wife. So this was the first video that came out after he was arrested, just showing the incident, one of the incidents of them having a physical altercation, somewhat of a physical altercation. I'll say it was definitely physical altercation, but let's watch it and see. We'll talk about it on the other end.
There you go. Now we'll plug it back up. This is yours.
I am bleeding.
This is yours.
I'm bleeding, so take a picture.
No.
Take a picture. Take a picture.
Alicia, stop.
Take a picture.
Alicia, stop.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
You can't see what really happened there. We just heard her screaming.
There you go. Now we'll plug it back up. This is yours.
I am bleeding.
This is yours.
I'm bleeding, so take a picture.
No.
Take a picture. Take a picture.
Alicia, stop.
Take a picture.
Alicia, stop.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
So that was the first video that was let out, and shortly after he was arrested. And this is the second video just was released yesterday. And since this video was released, he has taken a leave of absence from his job.
Give me back my phone.
Get off of me.
Give me back my phone.
Get off of me.
Give me back my phone. You don't need it. What do you need it for?
Get off of me.
What for?
Get off of me. Please get off of
As
me.
soon as you give me my phone.
Please get off of
It's
me.
my phone.
Please get off of me.
Registered in my name.
Please get off of me.
Give me my phone.
You're sticking my ear in my ear.
Oh, sorry.
Get off of me.
Give me my phone.
Please get off of
You
me.
can stay right on the floor.
You're a fucking manhandler.
I'm not manhandling my phone.
Tigger,
Give
get
me
off.
my phone.
Do you not see all them crime?
Give me
Bro,
my phone.
why did
Stop.
you do
I'm
that?
not doing that.
Yes,
She
you did. You
dropped.
just-
She dropped. She dropped.
Bro, you're literally stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her, Alex. I just want
Bro.
my phone. She could give me the phone and it'd be over. She could give me the phone and it would be over.
Bro, just get over her. She's gonna
I'm
give
not
you.
on her at all. Give me my phone.
Get off of me,
Give me
Tigger.
my phone.
D, if I was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this.
If you say so. Give me my phone.
Bro, just get over her. You can buy a new phone.
Get off of me.
Mr. Tigger!
Get off of me.
Mr. Tigger, get off of her now!
All right, so those are the two videos. Again, he was arrested for domestic violence as well as a child endangerment or child, something with the child as well. I had that. I'll find it and say it here in a second. Subsequently, though, she was arrested as well for some old kidnapping charges that she had from 2019 from Maryland. So she's currently in jail in Georgia, being extradited to Maryland. So I just want to tell you how I feel about this. My impression of this is just definitely a toxic relationship. The second video you can see more clearly, better obviously than the first one, and he was trying to get his phone. In that situation myself, I would have just said, you know what, lock my phone, through my iPhone, and been done with it. He wanted his phone back. He was trying physically to get his phone back, but I didn't see any physical abuse. He didn't, to me, in my opinion, he didn't hit her. He didn't, try to put his weight on. He was just literally just tug of war trying to get his phone back. That's my personal opinion of it. I see a terrible toxic relationship that, in my opinion, I wouldn't be able to stay. Welcome to the Pride, Ronnie. How you doing today?
What's good, brother? Good, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. You're a little staticky, but
Yes.
it's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm good, bro. Like, listen,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
been
So,
great, man.
how was your
This
week
was
so
last
far?
week.
Yeah,
Great, man. Like, super busy at work. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we do, and shit, that was about it, man. We just getting ready, man. The 4th of July was bananas as usual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
Did
was
you get a
great, man. How
chance to
about
see
yourself?
those videos? I had a great 4th of July. I want to talk about the videos right then. I come back to 4th of July. Did you see the videos I
Yeah,
just posted with Tigger? And
no,
do
I
you
didn't
know
see it.
what's going on with him?
Uh-uh. I didn't see
Okay.
it.
All right. I'll post them. I'll watch. We can watch them again just so you can see. And like I said, in my opinion, it looked like a toxic relationship. I'll just show you the second one because this is the one that you can see more clearly than the first one.
Give me back my phone.
Get off of
Give
me!
me back my phone.
Get off of
Give
me!
me back my phone. You don't need it. What do you need it for?
Get off of
What
me!
do you need it for?
Get off of me! Please get off
As
of
soon
me!
as you give me my phone.
Please get off
It's
of me!
my phone.
Please get off of me!
Registered in my name.
Please get off of me!
Give me my phone.
You're sticking my ear in my ear.
Oh, sorry.
Get off of me!
Give me my phone.
Please get off of
You
me!
can stay right on the floor.
You're a fucking manhandler.
I'm not manhandling my phone.
Tigger,
Give
get
me
off.
my phone.
Do you not see all them crime?
Give me
Bro,
my phone.
why did
Stop.
you do
I'm not
that?
doing that.
Yes,
She
you did. You
dropped.
just-
She dropped. She dropped.
Bro, you're literally stepping on her.
I'm not stepping on her, Alex. I just want
Bro.
my phone. She could give me the phone and it'd be over. She could give me the phone and it would be over.
Bro, just get over her. She's gonna
I'm
give
not
you.
on her at all. Give me my phone.
Get off of me,
Give me
Tigger.
my phone.
D, if I was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this.
If you say so. Give me my phone.
Bro, just get over her. You can buy a new phone. Mr. Tigger! Mr. Tigger, get over her now!
All right. So that was the like I said, the one you could see more. What's your impression of the video? I mean, granted, we don't know what they were arguing over except for the phone. You know, we don't know what started the argument, why she was supposed to. I think she was trying to leave or whatever, but leave with his phone. I mean, he wanted his phone back. What's your impressions of what you seen there?
I would have got my phone back. That's his property. You can't.
Hmm.
Think about this for a second, bro. What's the difference of her having his keys that she won't give him than his phone?
Yeah, I
You
don't
understand what I
see.
mean?
Yeah.
So, so
I don't blame anybody for saying that they're gonna get their phone back at all. It
yeah,
is like you said,
yeah.
it is your
So
property.
we saw portions of that. We don't know what led up to that. We don't know their background and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously, he it's something on that phone. Irregardless, it could be nothing on that phone. It's his
Yeah.
fucking phone. Had she
Phone. Yeah.
had she even walked out the door with it, he could have just been like, "Yo, somebody just stole my phone." Now she got a felony because it's
Hmm.
over $1,000. You feel what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
which one would you rather have? You know what I'm saying? So don't take people's stuff. Again, like I don't know what led up to that. I don't know why she
Hmm.
did it. Why she would be so adamant about, hey, you can't get your own phone. Like this is my phone. What you mean I can't get
Yeah.
my phone? And you gonna fight me for my phone? That goes back to when we were kids, man. Somebody took listen, man. Somebody took your favorite little toy. It's a bad problem. But now you got $1,000 plus toy. But who knows what's on there? Like he can have all kind of songs on that thing, saved only on that thing. You could have, you know what I'm saying? It could be a whole personal stuff on there that he don't want to have. You know what I'm saying? It could be has his own, you know what I mean? It's personal information, all on that stuff. So I don't know what led up to it. But
So
I didn't
what I
see nothing
said.
wrong with him. He wasn't hurting her.
So what I said is he can definitely, use his Find My iPhone to get it to lock it and keep her out of it and stuff like that. Keep anybody from getting into it. He may lose all his info if it's not backed up with the cloud or anything. He may not, even if he get a new phone, he may not be able to get that info back. So I understand him wanting to get his phone. I say in this instance, it didn't seem like abuse to me. It seemed like a toxic relationship. It
No,
seemed like she,
no.
was definitely trying to keep his phone, but I didn't see him abusing her in by no stretch of imagination there. He was just tussling trying to get his
No.
daggone phone back. So let me
Really,
show you
that's
the other one.
literally what.
Just
But they don't sensationalize it. Yeah. Do they
yeah,
really call him
yeah.
Tigger?
So yeah, Tigger, that's his Big Tigger. That's Big Tigger from Rap City. Oh, you saying, well, do they call him
I
Tigger
know who
like
it
at
is, but
home?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do they call him Tigger? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yep.
I ain't heard him
Yep.
about it for a minute.
And just because just for factual sake, he was busted. Well, not busted. He was arrested for battery, domestic battery as cruelty to children. I will say this,
Because they,
uh, and I think you may have, you probably
yeah, that's a
would agree with me here.
real thing. Depending on especially what state you're in.
Yeah, if his kids was there, I definitely would have just said just take the phone, just to keep them from
Mhm.
seeing any bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if any kids was in there. Then I would say definitely should have just let it go. But if it was them and whoever that dealt was filming it, I could see him definitely going for the phone. Not that wasn't what I would have did, but I understand it. But I just think if it was me, if Tigger was me, I would be filing for divorce immediately. It's time to go.
Listen, if
It's
yeah,
antagonistic relationship. Is it involving your work now? You know what I'm saying? Is involving your freedom, possible freedom. You know,
yeah.
obviously she got the go ahead.
In the defense, I don't know what state they're in.
They're in Georgia.
Uh, so some states, I don't know what Georgia's laws are when it comes to domestic calls, but whenever they have something like in some states, like say California, and you have a
Mhm.
dispute with your spouse, and somebody's going to jail. There is no if and buts about it. There is no, oh, you walk down the street, cool off. None of that. The police get called on domestic, uh, on anything domestic, someone's going to jail. So I don't
Mhm.
know, and a lot of times they don't get a chance to do the charges. It's just they'll throw charges on you. You know what I'm saying? His wife, I don't know, that's his wife, right? So I don't
Yeah,
even
that was
know.
yeah,
So I don't even know if that's like, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah,
something that she was arguing with. You know what I mean? She could have been
yeah.
like, I don't want to argue with nothing. You know, but
I
they
don't
take
I
it out of
don't
their hand.
I don't think neither one of the videos that I showed were the incident that had him arrested. Here is Spy Diva saying
Oh,
he
he
was
had a,
charged.
oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, aggravated battery due to her severe facial laceration requiring stitches. So I think the incident at hand was not recorded, or maybe this first one was it, but we couldn't see too much of like this. This is the first video. Check this first video out.
Right.
Here you go. Never plugged it back up. This is yours.
I am bleeding.
This is yours.
I'm bleeding, so take a picture. No. Take a picture. Take a picture.
Alicia, stop.
Take a picture.
Alicia, stop.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
Here you go. Never plugged it back up. This is yours.
I am bleeding.
This is yours.
I'm bleeding, so take a picture. No. Take a picture. Take a picture.
Alicia, stop.
Take a picture.
Alicia, stop.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
So that's the first video. Like the thing when she's supposed to be leaving, and she says something, take a picture or something, and then that's when he goes towards her and tells her to stop grabbing on him. I don't know
She
what
said, she said, I'm bleeding. She said, I'm bleeding. Take a
that's what that
picture.
was. I'm bleeding. Take a
Yes,
picture.
she said, I'm bleeding. Take a picture.
Okay.
So, in that instant, he asked out. Now, again, you don't know what led up to any of that stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You don't know what the situation was. You don't know what she was bleeding from. You don't. It's allegations at this point. You don't really understand or know.
Mhm.
But ain't no time, place, or any of that stuff. A man put his hands on his woman. That's period. You walk
Yeah, I
away from
agree with
that.
you. Yeah, you walk
But
away.
but
Absolutely.
but the phone deal, like what we saw, the first one that I saw, I didn't
Mhm.
know this context. I didn't know the part that it led up to just that further portion of it. It looked like he was
Well,
doing
I, I
something to
I don't even know if
correct each
that was
other.
the same incident. To be honest with you, there could have been separate days. Like the
Yeah,
first video came out shortly after he was arrested in middle of June, and then the other
yeah,
video just came out yesterday. So
yeah.
they could be two separate incidents, or they could be from the same incident. I really don't know.
I wonder how they got their footage. But
I don't
the
know.
whole thing is,
On TMZ.
so it don't matter about all that. You can't just go get somebody's footage, bro. That's a breach of privacy. That's a Fourth
Yeah,
Amendment.
I
You
know. I
get
know. I'm saying somebody they
sued for
bought it
that.
from somebody. TMZ, TMZ
Yeah,
be paying for stuff, so TMZ bought
yeah.
it from somebody.
Some people you get sued for that shit.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but but the whole thing is like she could have released it because if that's his spouse, they got equal rights to it. But the whole thing is like you don't put your hands on your woman. Period. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
it don't be that damn serious. Now I ain't gonna say no. I'm not this. I got like I told y'all way in the early. I got raised by mostly women. We have men in our family, but it was mostly women. And women are very, very vindictive, bro. They do just as much. evil stuff to men as men are portrayed out in the real world. It's even. There is no higher than this and higher than that. It's just I promise you, men don't report it as much as women. But I
Mhm.
I guarantee you it's about even, right? So a lot of that stuff we don't know what their relationships were or their relationship has been or obviously it must have been something because it looked like it was like splitting some up and somebody was leaving. That's what it looks like, appears
Mhm.
to be. And both of them, because if you
Yeah,
look at
I think she
the
was
first one
leaving.
that I looked at, it was clothes all over the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah, I think both
Uh,
times she was trying to leave for sure.
yeah. So yeah. So again, listen. If he had anything to do with her, you know what I mean, get cut, bled, or whatever the hell you want to call it, he deserves whatever the fuck he's gonna get. But you always got to know the whole total story. We just get bits and pieces of it. He's a celebrity, and she's a woman. He's a male. He's a
Mhm.
man, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know what the whole situation would be on that. So the only thing I can say is that you don't put your hands on women. That's the number one
Absolutely.
thing. Period.
Absolutely. In my opinion, like I said, I would be on my way out. I just you only can take, but so much as far as,
Oh
being in altercations and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
me
yeah. You don't
for
put
me,
yourself in that.
yeah,
Some
I
people
want
like
to
listen, like some that truth that people say is like some women love toxicity. It's 100% true, bro. I promise you, I saw it as I grew up. Like this, like you had to treat women like that. Like, I don't know what it was. They got some women like to get treated bad, man. It's weird.
mhm,
They don't. Good guys they take advantage of. They treat them like shit, but the bad guys they love it. Uh,
mhm.
that goes both ways. I'm not saying that the women is just women. It's just some people just love toxicity. Like so, I'm sure there is some history there somewhere or another where people have been in witnessing some of the things
And
that they've
men
been
can love
going.
toxicity too. I mean,
Oh,
toxic
that's
chaos.
that's what I said. I said
Oh
it
my
goes
bad.
both ways. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, can definitely
100%.
go for these. Yeah,
But
sure.
how long were they married? You know what I'm saying? What was their situation? You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like what like if they've been married for X 10, 15, 20, whatever it could have been, man, they'd have probably been through a million of them damn things. Who knows? We just now they just probably
Mhm.
getting to see it or whatever. Now it's kind of be like, well, now I'm on tape, but they don't know the other 100,000 times that it happened to me. You know what I mean? I just ain't say nothing about it. But that's just how it be sometimes. You just got to be smart enough to not be in those toxic. I don't understand people that do that. It's weird to me.
Mhm.
Uh, like yeah, like for me, like I think to myself, like I put myself in like the other person's shoes. Like if somebody was to treat me bad, beat me up, or whatever you want to call it, you brave enough to go to sleep next to me, you're a brave soul. So
Yeah.
you definitely get out that situation. You know what I'm saying? So you treat people like you want to be treated, man. That goes all the way around, not just in your relationship. That's just being a person to me.
Like I said, toxicity in general, like to me, I ain't got time for it. Not especially at this age now.
Nah.
You know what I mean? It's just not worth it at all. I know of a situation where a wife was calling up to a job and she would say to the job, you need the guy is a wife beater and on cocaine, and called up to the
Mm-hmm.
job a few times and said that, and they're still together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so either if it's true, if he's a wife beater and on wife beater, why are you with him? And for him, if it's not true, why are you with somebody that's ready to sabotage your life and get you fired? Like, what are we
Mm-hmm.
doing? What are we doing here? It makes no sense. So it's
Man,
just
zero,
following
zero.
what some people deal with and go through, but I just can't do it. Can't do it. Ain't gonna
Man,
happen.
listen. I know people. Listen, I know people that have been with people for 20 plus odd years where they were shooting at each other like multiple times. It
Oh,
ain't just happened once, multiple times.
yeah.
Like stab, I mean, yeah, man, like drag out and still stay together. Like it's the weirdest thing to me. Uh, like how could you possibly be with somebody and then the person to put like, man, you can't do that, man. You can't be out
Mhm.
there in that situation, man, because your mental state can't be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you treating your person that you supposedly love like that, how are you treating the people that you don't really know? You know what I mean? Like, don't make sense to me. Like, it's crazy.
Yep. All right, so let's move on to the next subject. So let's get to the July 4th. So my July 4th was great. I made it home to Philly. And so I got to see family. I got to spend time on my mom's side, my pop's side. Got to go see my son in DC. Actually went down to DC. We didn't go to any of the festivities. It was too high. It was 104 degrees in DC when I was down there. It was crazy. Absolutely nuts. So we didn't get to see anything. However, I do have a video for us to watch of what happened in DC. So let's take a trip down to the MAGA Zoo. Enjoy, y'all.
We are here in Washington, D.C. on July 4th, America's 250th birthday. Why do you like Donald Trump so much?
Because he's making America better, and he's doing what the Constitution calls for.
And
It's these judges in the further lands out that are just not taking seriously what the Constitution says.
how did you feel about the Supreme Court ruling on birthright citizenship?
You know, we've been somewhere else. What did it say?
It said that it is fine. Birthright citizenship is
I don't
legal.
think that's true, because that was done right after the Civil War for the blacks.
But it is an amendment of the Constitution.
Thank you very much.
Right? It's the hottest July 4th on record in Washington, D.C. What are your thoughts on the climate?
It has nothing to do with climate change, I'll tell you that. You want to know about CERN? You know about how they can manipulate the weather?
Who's they?
The cabal, the evil ones.
Not
that we're
the U.S.
fighting
government?
against, the shadow government. It's the shadow government. So did you just hear that?
Can Trump manipulate the weather?
I can imagine he could, but I don't believe. I think we're in a shadow government war. This is a war against the deep state, the swamp monsters, and so I think they wanted to shut down. They think if it's hot enough, people won't come out here. Look what they did. They shut down the parade. You had people come from all over the country to be part of that parade. Kids that came, a lot of money.
So you think they manipulated the weather to make it hotter so the
Yes.
parade got canceled?
Yes. I think they wanted an excuse to shut down the parade.
And I love President Trump, and anything he says to do, I do.
Anything he says to do, you will do.
I will.
Literally anything.
Him and Jesus, yes.
Okay.
Those are my two top guys.
If he told you to that an election was stolen, would you believe him?
Yes.
If he told you that his political enemies deserve to get arrested, would you believe him?
Yes.
If he told you that all Democrats are scum, would you believe him?
Yes, Democrats.
Democrats.
Yeah.
That's his phrase. You're saying it as well.
Yeah, I watch everything he does. I watch it all day long.
You would literally do anything he told you.
Yes. I want to volunteer. I want to be a nurse for him.
You want to be a nurse for him?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like
I mean, he needs a nurse.
change his bedpan?
Yes. No problem.
You'd have no problem changing Trump's bedpan.
No, he doesn't need it, but when he does, I'll be there. And you don't have to pay me,
You do change his bedpan for free.
Yes.
What is it about Trump that is so special?
He's so smart.
So smart. He's funny. He's so funny. And he's just common sense.
What's the funniest thing Trump does?
Oh, Jesus. YMCA. Going to the YMCA. Because the guy that did it died the other
This
day.
lady doesn't
Village
care about
people?
Yeah.
anything he
So
does.
sad, the village people. Should we do a moment of silence? Okay.
Thank you for the village people. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for President Trump. Thank you for you, Jesus. We're all about you. Show us how to serve.
Why do you like Trump so much?
He has brought so much together.
Listen to this, y'all.
Freedom, taxes, everything. I mean, he's just a wonderful man.
Freedom and
How did you feel about him making $2.1 billion last year from his crypto ventures, including some foreign governments that invested in it?
Well, he was already a millionaire, and he donates his money, so.
His salary, the $400,000, but
Yeah.
$2.1 billion is a lot more than $400,000.
But that's his business. As long as he's doing great, I'm with him.
But if the government, if he's using the office of the president to get rich, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
It's a good thing for a president to use the presidency to enrich themselves?
Yeah.
Every state has different rules. Every state has different voting systems. However, the software is all the same. Who invented it? Maduro and Chavez.
They invented this voting
That's
software.
right, when
Is
Venezuela.
that real?
They paid for it all. The inventors, they're also in prison right now. They're going to be what do you call them? Whistleblowers. Sorry, it's really hot out today.
It is. It's the hottest July 4th ever in D.C.
Also a little strange.
What do you mean by that?
I personally think the weather was manipulated.
Yeah, that's
You
the
realize
second
your
time.
whole life is a
Second
lie
time.
because of this? This didn't just happen in 2020. The elections have been stolen since 2004. The hanging Chad was a psyop to get us all to go, we need electronic voting machines.
You know, he famously is donating his $400,000 a year presidential salary. What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome.
In exchange, though, he has made about $5 million per day on his crypto scams.
I'm ending the conversation. I'm going to keep walking.
Yeah, it is hot, by the way. Stay cool.
And in the last week, did you see the report about his financial disclosure? The $2.1 billion he made last year?
He had a job before he became president and gave up his finances. So somebody is running his finances just like somebody's running my finances. And
Part of it was his meme coin. His meme coin, Trump coin. It was at like $70, $80, and now it's worth like $1.25.
I know. Bitcoin has gone down. All those.
No, it's a Trump coin.
Trump coin. Okay. And the point?
No, just some people are saying that it's almost like a grift of his supporters.
People who are in business, right? If that happens to be, if that's his business, he's certainly not. I don't think he's directing it. I think he has agents. Just like if you have finances and you have an accountant and they run your accountants, you may not know every little financial nuance, and then you're making money along the way. I'm clearly.
Do you think Trump's used the office of the president to become rich?
No, I don't. I don't. And I think a president who's given up, he hasn't even worked for money.
Looks like the national government.
So that was it, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all trip to the MAGA Zoo. It's still astonishing to me to see how uneducated the conspiracy theories. There's so many adjectives associated with it. But we got someone new to come on to the show today. Trev, can you hear us? How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, good. How about yourself?
Doing good. Welcome to the pod.
Absolutely.
What up, though?
What up, though?
So this is your first time on.
It's been. I was on before. I was on with Ron a few months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so he put it in the chat. I said, let me pop in real quick, check in for a second. It's been a minute. So
all right.
Been busy trying to move into a new house and all that kind of stuff. So trying to get things situated here at the Williams Estate. So
okay. All right. What you thought about the MAGA Zoo?
It is what it is, man. It's cognitive dissonance, and the only way that I can put it is on it. And what I've said about Trump's whole administration, it is white privilege on full display.
It is.
You know, it is unfortunately white mediocrity at its core. And I think back, and I told somebody the other day, I said, if we put the same, and this is the conversation a lot of people don't want to have. I said, if we put the same type of resume, of course, abuse of women and, derogatory stuff that he said and ignorant stuff that he said, all the behaviors, is his criminal record, his business dealings. If we took that, copy and pasted all of his resume and put it on and put it under Obama.
Yep.
And I tell people all the time, would Obama been even able to get a Democratic nomination with
Absolutely
that background?
Not. Yeah, absolutely not.
I said, so you ain't telling me nothing different. If President Obama couldn't get in with that kind of record, what are we going to say about Trump? And a lot of people can't get around that because they know what it's hitting for. And those folks who are following, they know what it's hitting for. They voted for white mediocrity.
Mm-hmm. I think as much as they voted for that as well, they voted to try to keep what they think they're losing, which is their country, because it will be a majority minority country. and they're trying their damnedest to keep the power that they have um, for for their own selfish reasons. Which leads me to the next one that I wanted to talk about, which is the Patriot Front. I don't know if you know they made it to DC. That is the bitch ass
Yeah.
white supremacist group that wear masks the entire time.
Right.
And I wanted to play this video because I seen it on Twitter, and Mama, I'm always call it Twitter. It's never gonna be X to me. The Mama name of Twitter, I'm gonna call it. So, but because who was saying this shit, it just shows you that and it's a guy who doesn't have much of a following yet, and I'm looking forward to see what the following he's going to have after this in about a couple of weeks once this thing goes viral. Because of I'm gonna just let you see it so you can see why I say this man is probably eventually going to go viral.
Have you guys noticed that every time patriotism is flying high in the country, this group called the Patriot Front seems to show up? But it seems like every time things are going well, people are celebrating America. We've just celebrated our 250th anniversary. Right on cue, within 24 hours, these guys show up to remind us, oh yeah, America is a horrible, racist, oppressive place that needs to be overthrown. Now, let me be clear. I do not believe that Patriot Front is a right-wing organization.
And this is why he's going to go viral.
Group tied to President Trump and conservatives.
He's a mouthpiece.
Here's why. Because if they were, then why hasn't one single media outlet chased them down? Why don't we know who these people are? Why is the media uninterested in outing these guys? Not one of these so-called white supremacists are publicly known. Now, we've seen this photo of this black woman on social media. Her name is Benita Boldling. And Benita Boldling is the Rosa Parks of the July 4th weekend as she got on the DC Metro train and was surrounded by these
So let's talk about this before we play this more, because you know about have you seen this photo of the black woman that was on the train and surrounded by the white supremacists? Yeah. So the right has made this about her. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean what I do. Here we go. The right has made this about her. They have brought up the fact that she was arrested on a train for inappropriate, what was it? For nudity. She pulled her pants down or something on the train. And I guess there's a video of it or something like that. I don't even give a shit what she did, because that has nothing to do with what happened that day. She was going from A to B on the train. And so they're like, why is she on the train? Well, because in the fucking city, that's what you do. You get on a goddamn train to go from A to B. And for them to try to bring it out, make excuse from it being the white supremacists trying to take over our nation's capital to, oh, it's all about the black woman who was arrested 2 years prior. And then this coon over here, it is what it is. I gotta say it. I also invited him on the pod. I wish he would have came on. I wouldn't have called him a coon, but I would have said it nicer than I just did there. But this gentleman here had the nerve to say this bullshit. So let's finish it off.
Masked white supremacist. The Democrats and media is praising this black woman and using her as a symbol of racial tension in Trump's America, saying that white men are a threat while ignoring this woman's own behavior. You see, Benita Boldling has a criminal record that includes alleged defecating on a train, indecent exposure, and property damage, and more. So the black woman wasn't a credible example, so the media released another picture of Roswell Encina. Now, here's a fun fact. These photos were taken by a Pulitzer Prize-winning photographer named Cheney Orr, who works for Reuters Publishing, which is kind of an anti-Republican, anti-conservative news outlet. Okay, so let me get this straight. An anti-conservative freelance photographer just happened to be on a train at the same time the Patriot Front was on the same train, at the same time that this black woman was on that train, at the same time that Encina was on that train, and all of this is coincidental, wink, wink. Now, I want you to take note of what didn't happen. They weren't harmed. They weren't harassed. They went about their day with no problems. That's more than we can say for Irina Zarutska. Do you remember that Ukrainian woman who was unalived on a train in Charlotte, North Carolina? We also know that the SPLC funded $3 million to racist extremist groups like the KKK, the Aryan Nation, the Unite the Right, and just press pause to read the rest. Listen, I'm a conservative, and I know many conservatives, but I don't know one conservative who would stand behind these guys. Now, prior to the 4th of July, media was telling us that the 4th of July was going to be a bust. Nobody was going to celebrate. It was going to be awful. Nobody was going to attend the fireworks show. Everybody hates the country. That's what they were telling us. And the actual opposite happened. The weather was great for the most part. The ships and the flyovers were amazing. The fireworks were awesome. And 24 hours later, these guys are dominating the news cycle, all to influence the sentiment of the nation.
So there we go. Non-talented black people know that the easiest way to get to the front of the line is not in the Democratic Party, but in the Republican space, in the right space. It's just a fact. That's what they do. They know that if they are dark-skinned and they're willing to repeat white supremacist shit, they'll get to the front of the line. They will be rewarded. So that's what he's looking for. He's looking for his reward. Ronnie?
Listen, I've been thinking about the whole time, bro. I be doing some more extra thinking. You know what I think? I think the cats that took and I took my COVID shot too, but I think they activate some people. They got something in there that they minds just twisted out of here, bro. No matter what we say or do, or no matter what the facts are, or any other things that are righteous, what somebody shows or says to them, it doesn't matter. They are going to stick to who they are or what their thought process is. And obviously, it's just idiotic in instances, right? And like you said, a lot of people they say conspiracy. They say stuff to, like you said, just to get in front of the line. Get some followers, and they honestly, I believe what he says. He can say whatever you have your own opinion. Do your own thing, state the facts, and do whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, but don't denigrate things or don't denigrate people that you don't really know about. Because if you don't really want to look at the whole and give everybody an equal shot of everything, then you obviously have a one-sided view of stuff, right? So a lot of those people are very weak-minded people, and like you said, they want to follow. They like messy stuff, man. People just like messy stuff, like a lot of these shows on TV are just messy shows, but people love them. Like the soap operas are all messy, right? There ain't no happy soap. You ever seen a happy soap opera? Ever? Man, them people got to follow like the Price is Right, bro. They listen. They watch the same thing over and over and over and over again. They just be stuck in a loop. It's the same thing, man. People just love like to follow freaking conspiracy or just messy things, and then when all of it comes out of the smoke, and then they be like, "Oh, I didn't know any of that stuff. I didn't know what was going on. Nah, bro. You can't come back into the house. Stay your tails right on outside where the rest of them cats gonna be at, because once it all gets said and done, a lot of those people are going to try to jump ship. Well, actually, they already started jump ship, right? But it's not gonna be nice coming on this side, because if you think about this for a second.
No, he can't come to the picnic.
Oh no, it's over. It's over. It's over.
He can't come to the party.
Listen, it's over. You know what you had to do? You had to be like that young black man, that young black kid that went and climbed that house or building to save all them people out that fire. You had to be one of them people to get back to the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? You had to be one of them kids. You had to be that kid that jumped in that river and swam across and got into that Alabama fight. You know what I mean? You had to be one of them cats to come back into the spot. And up until then, forget about it, bro. Forget about it.
Yeah, it's crazy because you have all these, and this is what I kind of come up with. There's two things. You see these political figures that are trying to, they're trying to put the cape on for, they're trying to put on the cape for Trump and the Republican Party and this current administration. And you see how, like during the midterms, how none of them got endorsed by Trump. None of them. And they all look stupid because they think they're going to get a seat at the table, and it happens every time. And the only reserved position that they have for black folk in the White House is HUD.
Yep, HUD. And
listen, what made me sick, and I'll tell you what, who was it? For his last term that he had in 2016, he had Dr. Ben Carson in HUD, And that made me sick. That made
Doctor.
me sick because I knew I met Dr. Van Carson years ago. Of course, when he was doing philanthropy, when he was doing a lot of stuff with black folks down at John Hopkins, he was bringing in students. He was doing a lot of stuff in the community. Like, I'm like, yo, you should have stayed in your lane. But I said, you can't be the Surgeon General. You can't be the, like, you're a daggone world-renowned neurosurgeon.
World-renowned neurosurgeon. Yes, exactly. I was going to say world-renowned.
In the medical field, doing the secretary of something in the medical field. How? And you take on HUD?
Listen.
I was sick with that.
Listen, we got to get Ben Carson right. One, he a D-Town cat, just to let y'all know. Two, he's just more than just renowned. He is the first person to do what? Successfully. So, like you said, that's a spit in your face to give somebody a job like that. You have the guy. You got Michael Jordan. You know what?
Medical surgery and everything else in between.
You put Michael Jordan in a stand in his stance to pass out popcorn when he should have been on the basketball field. That's what you did. You got a job.
So what was his why?
Huh?
What was his why? Why would he take that position?
Man, listen, I have no idea.
Thinking he getting in the house.
Man, listen, I don't get in people's head, man. You never know what these people have said to these guys. But a lot of times, honestly, what they do is they don't have a choice. Those guys at that level, man, and you get put in those positions, they got some dirt on you.
Oh, you got a choice.
You got a choice.
No, man, you can't. You got a choice. You got a choice.
Dr. Carson had enough. He had enough cachet. This dude had a movie made about him. He had enough cash. He had enough cachet. He had enough cachet.
Exactly.
But the second part of it is a lot of these dudes is grifting. Let's just keep it a buck. They know. Listen, they know. I'll tell you what. If I did the same thing that dude did just now, like we just watched, don't you think the bag ain't gonna come? I mean, the bag is going. Let's just be real. Exactly. There's some black folk that are really doing this for a bag, and at what cost?
And that's him.
At what cost?
But for Ben has a bag already. He doesn't, and he has the accolades. He has, like you said, he has the community service. He has the backing that he needed already. He had the adulations that he needed already. He chose to sell his soul.
He was world renowned.
But for what?
Like, seriously.
And now he's the HUD guy.
I'm like,
you relegated to the HUD guy. What are we doing?
And now in this administration, what do they got? They got another dude, HUD.
Another black guy, HUD. That's the only black person they got in there.
Listen,
that's what he was talking about, black jobs.
Listen, the only person that he has that are really qualified to be in their positions is the financial dude that he has, and the last attorney general. That girl, she actually, man, before she did all this crazy stuff, she was actually, from my understanding, she was actually pretty dope in Florida.
She was attorney general in Florida.
No,
she had the qualification to be there.
No. I'm talking about she was like a dope attorney general. Other than she was covering up for the.
I wouldn't go there. I'm not going there.
I mean, no. Hear me out. Because hear me out. She did. I looked her up a little bit.
Right.
But obviously, she was doing good over here and then bad behind the people's back. But if you look at all the rest of the cabinet members, right? Look at are they in their backgrounds
severely underqualified? Especially Hexeth. I'm former military.
Kennedy, you got Kennedy, a drug addict, because you never get out of drugs. Once you're a drug addict, you're a drug addict forever.
That doesn't believe in science. In charge
of freaking health.
Yes, somebody that does not believe in science.
No medical background. Other than him.
You got a podcast in charge of the FBI.
Listen,
have y'all heard the story about Tulsi Gabbard, about who was in charge? I'm gonna break that out and bring that out for next week because Tulsi Gabbard's story is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
she was in a cult, and the cult was telling her what to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
while she was in Congress.
That's wild business, bro.
But people know that
she was literally in a cult from Hawaii.
Yeah.
She was in a cult from Hawaii, and they were telling and they would send her press releases on what she needed to say, and she would say it to the press.
That's wild business, bro.
It's insane. It's insane. This whole administration is insane. Fun fact, I put this on my Facebook a couple of days ago. We have let in, we are still letting refugees into the country, right?
Yeah,
South
African, Europe,
white South Africans. We have let in 6,668 refugees this year. 6,665 were white South Africans. 99.95%.
You know who that's connected to?
The richest guy that's about to be a trillionaire.
You know who that's connected to?
Yeah,
100%. Everybody knows that. That ain't listen. Like I told y'all, listen. I've been saying this from the beginning, bro. This is you got these cats and what they doing, and I love what they doing because they showing people that it really matters who they go out there and elect because a lot of people don't understand what these
people are ignoring it. I'm telling you, the people on the right, I argue with them too much. They ignore it. I put that simple fact in there and they ignore it. I'll tell them that Trump is racist. I'll show them racist shit and they ignore it.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said before, I think it's
yesterday he posted a video. He posted a video of kindergartners graduating. Yeah. And because most of them was wearing Muslim garb, he denounced it. He posted that the president of the United States denounced kindergartners yesterday. What are we doing here? But yet, Obama was the most offensive president we've ever had. In our lifetime.
You know why? Here, are
we fucking serious?
I'm gonna give you my definition.
Are we fucking serious?
I'm gonna give you my definition of their idea of divisiveness. Their idea.
He was black.
Their idea of divisiveness is it exposes who they are when you see somebody in power that happens to be black. That's their idea of divisiveness. When we become truth tellers and we don't pull no punches and we got the stats and receipts, we're being divisive. No, we're being truthful. What's being divided is we're finding out your true colors.
100%.
That's what it boiled down to.
Actually, man, listen. I'd rather you be outright blatant with me instead of freaking being in the shadows. Be who you is. Let it be known, and that's what it be. I'm cool with that. Listen, you have a right to be whoever the hell you is, and y'all have the right to treat you the way that I want to treat you. Period. It's the same. It goes with everybody, right? So
I know what side of the street I need to stay on.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. But I wish you had the balls to show your face like Spy Diva said, pussy front. Pussy front too scared to show their face.
You know why they're not gonna do that? Because they know they're 100% wrong. That's what it is. If you know that you're supposed to be doing something right, even for our for the guys that's going out here and snatching people off the immigration guys, if you knew that you were doing something right, you ain't gotta hide your face. You ain't gotta be out here undercover. You think those FBI agents and these police officers that are out here doing way crazier stuff, and I should say way crazier, but they're doing just as dangerous things that you are, or some are even more. They ain't covering their faces up.
And here's the funny part: they try to use the idea about during President Obama's administration that they snatched up more people with ICE. I said, here's the thing: they went through a way more diplomatic process, and they also created easier pathways for people. They weren't snatching people up when they were actually going to their designated offices to check in. They weren't doing that. They weren't snatching folk up who were going to the immigration office, going to check in, going to their appointments to do their stuff. They were snatching people at the office. I'm like, wait a minute, you're snatching the people up who are actually doing the right thing. I said, how'd that look? And then you're supposed to talk. Well, they should have came in the right. Well, they're doing the right thing and they're still getting snatched.
They're doing the right thing. Yeah, exactly. The only immigrants that they want is more white folks. 99.95, and the other three, I'm sure, were white. They just want white South Africans. But we know for a fact is 99.95% was white that have been let into our country are white legally.
And Argentinians, if you throw them into.
That's one of the racist countries on the planet.
Well,
People don't know
that
that
history.
But this was
that
for
listen, that
refugees. This
history.
is for
No, I'm talking
World
about
War II,
that is. Look it up.
World War II.
Argentina.
Look it up.
How many
Why you
German
think that's
soldiers fled to how many German
yeah,
soldiers fled
100%.
to Argentina?
100%. But
Yeah.
no, like I said, man, I like that we get to, like, I shouldn't say that we get to. Some people get to witness these things, and it's actually something that's going to open up a lot of people's eyes. I've known this stuff for decades. Forever, because that's how my people is. We realists, man. You know what I'm saying? You are out here in a world where you think everybody's equal. They're not. We just discussed it earlier. Had any of these things, not any, just one of the things that Trump had or this president had on their resume. Just one. Name any one of them on Obama's resume. It would have got rejected immediately.
Oh, immediately.
He would have got
immediately.
And I want to do a whole pod on this.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to do a whole pod on this. But does the Trump presidency makes me look at the Obama presidency differently?
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is now I feel like he didn't do enough.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I feel like he didn't do enough. Now, and I understand it was a different time. It was before somebody shameless like Trump got into office. But I'll say the same thing about Biden. He didn't do enough. They should have been more radical, especially Biden.
I'll put it like this, and it's not even an excuse it's not even an excuse, Obama. I'm gonna lay it in our lap to some degree, because when President Obama came into office, they had a Republican Senate and they had a Republican Congress.
No, not true. Not true. When he was first elected, we had a super majority in the Senate, and we had the House, and we had the House. Because that's when we got Obamacare passed.
But that second term,
he got
that's when you got Mitch McConnell in there talking.
It was over.
Like, he was all for, like, I don't care if it's good for everybody. We're not letting it happen.
Yeah.
And what you're seeing now, and I told people this years ago. I remember I said, here's the thing. I said, the Obama presidency isn't the one I'm worried about. I said, it's going to be the one after his terms are done. I said, that's when you're going to find out who America really is. I was talking to my late wife at the time about that. I said, you're going to find out who America really is in the next terms after Obama. I said, you're going to find out who America really is. I said, because you're going to see if we're going to continue to be progressive, or we're going to try to revert back to the good old boy system. And sure enough, we've reverted all the way back to the good old boy system. And I was like,
yeah.
And because it started with that daggone correspondence dinner when Obama was tearing up Trump, and then it started with it started with the birther movement.
Birtherism. Yep.
Those were the two. That was it. That was his kickoff.
Yeah, yeah, and that's when he knew that he had to end with going racist. And he didn't go full bore, but he went enough to people that they heard the dog whistle. They heard
the dog whistle, like, oh, that's my
we
language.
heard it. We heard it because we used to hearing it. We know what racism look like.
100%.
And racists know what racists look like. So if you want to say that this isn't race, this isn't that, listen to the people who know what it feels like to have racism against them, and the people who are racist. If they're both saying the same thing, then believe us.
The code language is always there.
Yeah, it's been there since. I mean, since the 60s, since the 70s.
The code language has always been there.
Since they couldn't say the nigga no more.
Listen, it's been you know what? When President Obama got elected, what people should have really been paying attention to, that should have let you know, no matter who or what position you think you are not equal to the rest of us. You had the highest person in the land treated as if he wasn't the highest person in the land. So that should let you know, whatever ladder you climb right now, you ain't never gonna be president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say that. Somebody out there eventually is going to be that person eventually, maybe. But that should let you know. You know what I mean? Like for me, I watched it. I'm like, damn, they treat this man just like this. Ain't no way in hell you think anybody else less than that is going to get treated any fairer or any better. I don't care how much money you got. So what you see is, and like I've been saying this, nothing has ever changed, bro. Nothing. It's the exact same way it's been from the beginning. But now it is televised. And now they can't hide a lot of this stuff anymore because it's like, oh no, this is happening right now and you can't defend it. Well, they do defend it because they don't care.
Oh, they
Oh, they
defend it.
defend
No,
it.
they don't care.
They defend it.
No. They
And-
they don't have to defend. Is what I'm saying. They don't care about what happened. It's like, hey, whatever.
I mean, the
Sorry,
fact that a dude at a UFC event, after he wins, his whole thing was, you know, Michelle Obama's a man. Like, bruh, for real? Like that's what you got to say?
Yeah.
That's the first thing on your mind after you win a match? Like, what kind of fool? And and I'm gonna speak on that because here's the one thing that I tell people. And like I said, I was married for 17 years. I lost my wife in a car crash. I lost my wife tragically 5 years ago. I just got remarried this past 6 months, like 6 months ago. And this is the one thing that I know about being married. You can love a person and like them. You got to love a person and like them. What do we see with the Obamas? Every time you see them, they dag near borderline like need to go get a room or something like that. Holding hands, keying, and all that kind of stuff. It's cute. It's cool. What do you see with Donald Trump and Melania Trump? What do you see with them? You don't see none of that.
Business arrangement.
Listen, smacked his hand. Look, how many times you done seen he done try to hold her hand? He smacked her hand away. I'm like, bruh, like y'all don't even like each other. Well, she don't like you. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, she don't want nothing
She
to do
don't
with
like him.
It's a
And
business
another-
arrangement.
the funniest
100%.
example of that was the funniest example of that was when they had for the inauguration, when they had, they're up there dancing and stuff like that, and then they get passed off to another partner. You should have saw Melania's face when this tall Marine, he had to been like 6'3", 6'4". I'd say he probably 24, 25, young dude, real strong looking. Man, if you just saw her face when she got in his arms to start dancing, she was like, and started talking. I'm like, yo, her whole countenance changed. I was like, oh, dang. I said, it's like that. It was evident. I was like, if you didn't see that, it was like, I said, oh, that looks like I'm so glad to be in somebody else's arms that's young and virile and look they got their stuff together instead of this nutty dude.
Yep. It's astonishing. It's their whole relationship, what people are willing to put up with to have this man in charge is just it's astonishing. It really is. It really is. All right, y'all. I want to turn into the last subject. I want to talk about the young brother that just passed from Mississippi. Nolan Wells, I believe. Tragic accident. For those who don't know, I'm gonna play a quick news briefing on it so we can get all caught up, and then just all we can think about is hypotheticals, and the question I want to ask is, because a lot of us that are watching here, I know I can just speak for myself. I live in a predominantly white neighborhood, and so vast majority of my kids' friends were white. And I've seen all kinds of stuff on the internet of this is what happens when you put a black kid surrounded by white kids and stuff like that. And I just feel like I wouldn't go there with that, to be honest with you. I mean, I just don't feel like, I feel like you can still have a good group of friends, regardless of whether they're white or black, and you being the only black one. Especially because, like I said, we said this many times, the higher you go up in the food chain when it comes to income wise and in the enterprise, the less of us you see. So you have to be used to being the only one in there. So for me, I don't look at this as a thing of what has happened because he was the only black kid around and he should have been with more black kids. No, I don't think that was it per se. Now, how they're investigating it, we'll maybe we talk about that on the other side. But for me, I just wanted to put that out there first as we talk about this video. So let's run the tape and then talk about it on the other side.
Now, the urgent investigation after a Mississippi teenager was found dead. Officials say Nolan Wells vanished after taking a boat trip with friends on July 4th. Alex Perez has the latest for us. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Robin. The 4th of July celebration turned to tragedy for the family of Nolan Wells, and now they're hoping authorities will be able to pinpoint what exactly happened to him.
This morning, the desperate search for answers in Mississippi after the death of 18-year-old Nolan Wells, authorities recovering a body believed to be the teen. Investigators and volunteers from the Cajun Navy spent the weekend urgently searching for Wells after he vanished from Horn Island on July 4th.
Nolan Wells was on a boat. He left from a private dock area in the Ocean Springs area and proceeded with his friends to Horn Island.
Wells was visiting the barrier island 10 miles from the Gulf Coast, boating with friends, last seen about 3 p.m. Saturday.
They left and went back without Nolan. From what we understand, he chose to stay there.
Later that night, when he didn't return home, his mother reporting him missing to police, then quickly taking to social media, posting pictures of the teen, pleading for help finding him. The heartbreaking discovery made about 8:45 Monday morning when authorities say the Mississippi Community College wide receiver's suspected body was found in the water just off the shore. His mother writing, "His father, our family, friends, and I are absolutely devastated," describing Wells as a sweet son who was always willing to cheer and uplift others. Now, investigators say they suspect he drowned, but they're still interviewing friends who were with him as they work to pinpoint what exactly happened.
That's why we're still asking for information if anybody has anything, any knowledge.
And that information, the sheriff says, will help them paint a better picture of what happened to Nolan in the moments before his death. A toxicology report from the coroner's office is still pending. Guys?
Yeah, sad situation.
We are definitely thinking of Nolan's family and just hoping that.
All right, what are y'all thoughts about this? Trev, I'm gonna go to you first because I think you know something about the story in and of itself.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, it's on you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've been kind of following this. I've been kind of following the story a little bit, and I think what's interesting is that I found out the background of the parents. Some of them are in law enforcement / dealing with the judicial system, and all of them immediately got lawyers.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, I need you to talk to my lawyer. Like it was real quick. And the fact that they moved that fast like that, it might have been by the advice of the parents, whoever, but the fact that those young kids, and I mean, let's just talk about it. It's an issue of access. They have access to those things. But it seemed like that moved real quick. And it seemed like it was a real savvy move for them that fast to say, we're not talking. We're going to talk to, we're going to talk to our lawyer. They all deactivated their social media accounts, everything. So somebody behind
There's
the
a lot of
scenes was like,
suspicions. Yeah.
right. So it kind of left it a little like, okay, they move real fast on that. So that kind of leaves some things kind of open in a lot of respects. And then there's just kind of some shaky areas about what time this stuff was happening, the last time they saw him, all these things. And they're supposed to be boys and hanging out. I'm like this, if I'm out with my people, then that's anybody. Like, you gonna account for that dude.
Yeah, got to.
Everybody's gonna be like, yo, where he's at, where's his phone, where's all these things. You're gonna spend some time looking for your people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they're saying that he left at 3. That's the latest timeline I've seen was he left at 3 and he stayed because he was going to stay with some girl or whatever like that. And there was other people he knew there on the island and he can get a ride back with somebody else. But they took his phone. So they had his phone when they got back to the island, got back to the mainland, they had his phone. But they took his phone to his mom. And then at midnight is when she reported him missing. And there's reports out there that they think some messages out of his phone was deleted and stuff like that. Like you said, they talk about his social media and all of that. Ronnie, what you think about the incident?
Listen, y'all already know how I get down, bro. Listen to me. Like I told you, I'm a real cat, bro. I ain't never been. One, I understand what the parents did with their kids. That actually makes sense. Listen, you got all the right in the world to make sure that your child is taken care of, especially if you know the rules. So, like you said, the access part, I would have expected that. I mean, say you got a mom you got a wife that's a lawyer, right? So imagine something happens. The first thing she's gonna say is shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. However, having a parent like me is a whole different story. My son goes out, and I don't care how old they are, with some friends, and I don't care who they are. They all come back. My son does not. And their story isn't something that I will ever believe, but you got my son's phone.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a really big problem.
On a barrier island.
Listen, there I don't care who your parents would be. It would matter zero to me. Zero.
A kid don't leave their phone.
Listen.
No, not these days.
You left with one of the most important pieces of my life in your group. All together. And I'm sure her parents probably know some of them kids. I'm sure.
Yeah.
They all come back. Mine does not. I don't care what somebody gonna say something. I promise you. I promise you. Right? Now, what's gonna happen is those guys are gonna get their lawyer. Their lawyers are gonna tell them what they need to be saying and what they can and shouldn't be saying. And obviously, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna take a while before they find out what really happened to them.
It's gonna get drawn
They're gonna
out.
have to, and the stuff that supposedly got deleted. There's no such thing as deleted. They got forensics. They'll come. They pull that. That's a falsehood. If people think you ever delete something, it doesn't. It's never deleted. Right? It might be in scrambled pieces. It might be in scrambled pieces, but they got stuff right now that pull that stuff right back like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? They can track the phone. They can track their location because these phones now are more accurate. Right? Oh, it went dead in this area. They're gonna pull all of their phones and say, "Hey, where were you located? Oh, you said you were blankety blank." And
Hold on now.
If your story don't pop up right, there's a weakness in that, and they're gonna start pulling it. They're gonna have to.
That last location is a beast. Whew.
So let me interject. Let me interject because everything that you said hinges on one thing, one very important thing.
What's that?
A fair and honest investigation.
No, I agree. Listen, like I said,
we may never get that. We may never get because I've listened to the interview earlier today of Ben Crumb, which I don't understand. Ben Crumb was involved with this, but he wasn't involved with the young man with the stabbing in Texas. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But he was saying that they're having to rely on Mississippi State Police because he can't rely on the DOJ. Why? Because of Donald Trump. So again, Ronnie, we can't rely on a fair investigation. You have nobody to investigate to give a fair investigation. Let's be real. So in my opinion, and I'm usually the glasses half full guy, I think they're gonna get away with it. It would not surprise me if no charges are ever brought, that they rule it accidental, and even if they rule it a homicide, how are they going? I don't see them. I just do not see any of this going to trial. That's my personal opinion, because I don't see a fair and impartial investigation happening. Not in Mississippi.
Listen, I hear you. But I can tell you right now, if you had the right, my people, nah, bro, it's gonna be a real big problem. Oh, bro.
I mean, the biggest fact that we know, it's in Mississippi. That's
exactly
everything you need.
Hey, listen, you talking about Mississippi burning? Be Mississippi burning too. I promise you. Right.
Listen,
but the whole thing I'm trying to say is like, hopefully they'll get back. We got to get them. Got to get them an opportunity. Yeah. Does Mississippi have some? Should not just Mississippi. Should every state really have issues with their investigation when it comes to minorities? Yeah, it happens all the time. People kind of get used to it because there are stories out there that we ain't never heard of that's happening right now.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Some of them maybe even bigger. It just depending on where they are, right? But this is Mississippi, like you said.
It's just like that it's just like Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia during the pandemic. I mean, that case didn't come out. That came out in like April, May, and it happened in like January, February.
Yep.
100%. And it wasn't until it wasn't until one of the people that did it showed the video thinking it was gonna make them innocent. I said, you got to be the dumbest dude ever.
Yep.
To be able to do that. And the case wouldn't even have come to be if he did not put that video out. That's how crazy that was.
And why is that? Who was investigating that? The state of Georgia.
And honestly,
the local police, they swept that under the rug.
That's my point. Like I don't see. I just do not. Even though this is getting national attention, it's finally getting some national attention because that was Good Morning America report that I posted. I do not see them having an impartial investigation to the point, especially when you said, like you said, you got family members that's in law enforcement, and they're saying, the internet is saying that one of the parents of one of the kids is a judge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you got those kind of connections. It's hard to make stuff stick.
Listen,
I just don't see it.
I'm gonna leave it at that, bro. What I'm gonna say is, what I'm gonna say is this: let's pray that they do an investigation that is actually gonna follow the truth. Right?
Yeah.
We all know that the possibilities are pretty high potentially that it won't, especially due to the levels of people's parents and their connections out there in that city or that state.
Mm-hmm.
But depending on where this crime happened, and I don't know exactly, you said a barrier somewhere.
It happened off the coast of Mississippi, one of the barrier islands off the coast of Mississippi. So
they may take it out of Mississippi's hands and make it a federal case, depending on I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Trump's DOJ?
Nah,
come on, man. Ronnie,
I'm speculating. Listen, I want the system to work because what's potentially going to happen. What I understand what's potentially going to happen. And this kid was a great kid. He was in college.
He was in college,
right? And that's the thing that I'm looking for. That's the thing I'm looking for is, are they going to try to drag this kid's name in the mud like they always do? They try to find all kind of stuff to try to drag that kid and make, because we can be because how many times we've been the victim?
Put it out there. No, they would already put all the information out there already.
Yeah, because how many times we're the victim and they try to make us the monster still?
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. I mean, I just showed it earlier with the girl on the train.
Yep.
She did absolutely nothing. She did absolutely nothing. Her background has nothing to do with that photo.
100%.
Nothing. Yet here she is getting dragged.
Just for sitting in there. Just for sitting in there.
Just from going from A to B. Just from going from A to B. Here she is getting dragged by MAGA. It's fucking ridiculous.
Listen,
but I agree that they would have started coming out already if there was anything untoward, I'd say, about his background.
100%.
Oh,
it's probably gonna end up boiling down to it's gonna be probably he was messing around with some girl eventually, and then one of them cats that was in that group.
They got to find a girl to say that's the one that was staying back. They're gonna have to find a girl that said, yeah, he was staying with me. So somebody's gonna have to say they seen what happened.
Listen, somebody daddy gonna find out that their daughter messing with a black boy. And I don't care how good you are.
Again, like it might be since those guys might be, you know what I'm saying, pretty well connected, pretty well off. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee, and they in college, it could be. I'm telling you, he a good looking kid. He probably super popular because he's on the football squad, and he probably was in there doing something with whatever. And one of the cats didn't like it. It was like, yo, we got such messing with such. That's my girl, dog. Yeah,
There's seeing this video out there of an altercation. I seen a little bit of a snippet of it, but it wasn't really anything there.
Watch, it's gonna end up being something like that if it comes out. It's gonna be something stupid.
Listen, we're gonna find out. Like we're gonna find out in 48 hours who gonna be the one eating Popeyes at the investigation. Because you see somebody eating Popeyes in the investigation room, gonna give somebody up real fast.
Nah, dude, they ain't gonna crack, bro. They listen. Nah, they not gonna crack because they got lawyers. They ain't got no half-ass lawyers. If they got connections like that to law enforcement, that's probably some of the investigators' friends, people who they should get themselves off the
Accuse
case.
himself.
Normally, yeah. Normally that's what happens. I don't know what happened. I mean, normally you would.
That's what the
take that
feds
out
is
of their
for.
hands.
The feds can come in there and do an impartial
Correct. But you said like that's right.
investigation. But that's not
Depending
going to
on-
happen here.
But depending
It's
on
not
listen,
going to
depending
happen
on-
here.
Depending on where the location was, they will have no choice but to investigate it. Now, would they do it partially or impartially? I'm sure some of those police officers got connections at the federal level, especially in that state, right?
Let me tell you what
I
DOJ
get what
going
you're
to do.
saying.
DOJ going to do the same thing of the investigations they did for the 2 American citizens that got shot this winter. They going
Oh yeah,
they gonna put that evidence with them bullets from that other case. They ain't nothing happening, man. Ain't nothing happen. I would be pleasantly surprised, Ronnie, but I don't see it happening. Not in Mississippi, not with this current DOJ that we got. Now maybe they'll come back and revisit it in a couple years if we get a new president and a real civil rights division and real attorney generals that will police that actually abide by and police the law, not police the people that they want to police against.
Right.
You know,
serve them, protect us. I mean, protect them, serve us.
Exactly. But until that happens, we ain't nothing gonna come from this. We just gonna be, and it's gonna be sad because what I think is gonna happen next is you're gonna get the autopsy, and the state autopsy is gonna say it was an accident, you know, and he drowned. The family's doing a separate autopsy. They're actually the young man is traveling up to DC right now for a second autopsy that the family is paying for. And that will say inconclusive or homicide or something like that. It was bruises here or something like that. And in the end, nothing's going to happen.
I hate being in a space like that. I hate being in a space like that. Because I got 4 I got 4 boys.
Yeah.
And
so do I.
And they're from 15 to 7. I got a daughter, and 4 boys, and they're from ages 15 to 7. And it's like looking at them is like, man, this is the world that they're gonna have to go into.
Yeah.
Man, it's the world they've been living in. We all been living in from the beginning.
Yeah.
That people just don't realize it. Ain't nothing changed, man. Nothing. The times have changed. That's it.
So let me ask you, Trav, do your kids now, the 15-year-old, does he know the world he lives in? Because for mine, it was a mixed bag, especially, you know, because like I said, they grew up in a predominantly white area. You know, it took them a long time for me to constantly beat them in and constantly show them different situations. And then, you know, I think life really, it took until they went in the military themselves to really understand and see that they were African American.
I think the conversations that I've had with my oldest son, I think he's aware of it. Like I've not drilled him in the sense of like, hey, understand who I say like this. You treat people with honor and respect, but you have to understand that there are going to be people that are not going to treat you with respect because of certain things. And it is kind of like you have to manage the tension. You have to manage the tensions of that as a father. A 13-year-old, he's not really experienced that. I mean, most of my two oldest sons, they grew up in the city. That's where I was living at. I just moved out to the suburbs here, like in the last few weeks. My younger two, they're 11 and 7. So their experience has been a little bit different. But with their mom understands, like, hey, look, we live out here, but there's some kids you got to be careful with because they ran into a situation where this parent called the police on my 11-year-old trying to like get him in trouble for something that he wasn't even a part of. So, you know, they've had some brushes. I mean, for the most part, but they're it doesn't permeate their day, but they're aware of it. And so we're trying to teach them like, hey, not so much moment to moment, but you just have to be aware because we get looked at differently. Yes, we have to achieve. We have to give the best of our abilities. But guess what? Understand, like it's like the W.B. Du Bois book, like double consciousness. You know, being aware of our humanity, but also being aware that we're Black in these situations. So we have to always be on our guard. Like we wake up knowing we're Black. Let's just put it like that. Let's just put it like that. We wake up knowing we're black. So, but yeah, let me get out of here so I can go
All right,
feed
man,
these
get out of
kids,
here.
man.
We were actually we
Appreciate you
we
coming
about to
through.
wrap it up. We about to wrap
Yes,
it up
sir.
anyway. So let's go ahead. You know, it's been a great pod, and like I said, that was the last subject to talk about anyway. And let's go to cleaning our palate. So have you done clean our palate before, Trev?
No, I haven't done it.
So at the end of every pod, you know, because we talk so much about pop culture and world life stuff and everything that it can kind of bring us down and stuff like that. So I never want the pod to end on anything negative. So the
Right.
last thing that we do on a pod is called Clean Our Palate. So it could be anything that's going on in your life, you know, that's achievement for you personally, whether it's personal, whether it's, you know, business wise, or your kids. It could be a graduation. It could be, you know, somebody
Right.
just, you know, pass a big test. Like, it could be anything, but just
Right.
something that's positive that's going on to clean our palates, to make us all, you know, feel good about, you know, feel good about what's going on in life, you know?
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, this is a new transition for me. I've been, like I said, I just moved recently here, like 3 weeks ago, into a new house. I was in a home for like 23 years. Of like I said, black home ownership is a big thing for me because, of course, especially for black folks, how often that we've been locked out of. This is, I'd say, home ownership is a start of wealth building.
It is.
And college education being wealth building, and being able to put myself and my family in a position where we're able to own a home. I've owned a home before, but be able to own a home and say, hey, this is what, you know, these are the things that you're experiencing now. And there's no other way to go but up. Because I came from a situation where my parents rented all their life, and they you know, they weren't financially responsible, and I saw the lights get turned off. And you know, you come home you leave school one day, you know, lights are on, you come home, the lights is off, and you gotta warm up, you know, water and stuff like that. So I've been through that experience, but that my kids have never had that experience. And so I look at it from us as black people, not forgetting where we came from, but at the same time, something simple as home ownership actually puts us in the wheelhouse for you know, wealth building. I mean, more than anything, teaching us how to own something simple, not just companies, not just being an entrepreneur, as we would call it, but like solid things that are on paper. Because when I look at, like, when I think about black home ownership and appraisals and how often we've, you know, been trying to lock out of that, there's opportunities for us here. And so, you know, I'm thankful for the, you know, people that was working on our behalf to make stuff happen, even though there was some other stuff behind the scenes that people were trying to block it, but you know, it happens. So I'm grateful just for being in the space to be able to do that.
Outstanding. So are you up in the DC DMV area?
No, I'm actually in York, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour north of. Yeah,
I know. I got my cousins live in York. I'm from Philly, so.
Oh, right,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I got a lot of family. I got a lot of family like in the DMV, and even in like Chester County, Westchester County, Philly area, like downtown, Coatesville, you know, parts of West Philly. So yeah, I'm pretty local in a lot of respects.
All right, that's what's up. Ron, you got anything to clean your palate this week?
Yeah, bro. Today, after being over, it was supposed to have been done on the 23rd. So we got this deck built with a pergola on the back of that mug.
Okay.
And it's finally, it's about 99%. They got a little bit of stuff to do. Almost, man. So that way we can go out there and my wife can get off my back about it. That I supposed to did this a couple of years ago. But it's been a process going through that, man. So bless up for that, man. Been a blessing to get that stuff done. Finally coming to fruition. My wife is super happy about it. And I won't get ate by them damn mosquitoes in the backyard. So I used to get towed the hell up out there, man. But that's my clean the palate, man. So yeah, and congratulations on the new move out there to the house, bro.
Yeah, congrats.
That home ownership, that building the wealth and all that stuff, man. It starts somewhere. You just got to be the sometimes you got to be the starting point. Show the kids, you know, like, listen, we can do this just as easily as anyone else. So enjoy that, man.
Absolutely. I'm teaching my kids the same thing. My youngest 20 years old, and he bought a house in the DC area.
That's dope.
Nice.
Yeah, he was 20. I went this past week and I got to go buy his house again. So now he's 21. So, you know, I made it my business to cut the air down to 65, to leave the toilet seat up.
You did the whole hookup.
I
I'm proud of you
did
because
it
I'm
all.
doing this.
Leave your socks.
I did it all. Yeah, my
Listen,
socks
I'm doing the whole
everywhere.
hookup.
Don't flush the toilet. I did it all. I
Yeah,
did it
dishes
all.
in the sink. Yeah, and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
all that.
he's building his wealth right now. When he leaves his duty station now, he's going to rent it out. He's about 10 minutes from Andrews, so he's
Okay,
going to rent it
got
out.
you. Yeah, I know where he's at.
Yeah, he's going to rent it out to some people over there in Maryland. Hopefully, he'll find some active duty to rent it from him. But yeah, he's starting on his way as well. And I got a nephew that's 20, he's 27 now, and he bought his house last year. So I had him read the book, Rich Man Poor
Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yes,
Poor Dad.
yes.
That's a great
And
book.
so they're working their plans. They're working their plans. So.
Yeah,
all right, so my clean my palate is two things, two parts. The first one is next week's pod is going to be on this book right here. We're going to have the author of this book. You Are Not Broken, You Are Becoming. How to turn pain into power, rewrite your identity, and raise into your next level. So this is an author who wrote this book about her pain and her upbringing and how she was able to change to recognize it and then begin to change her life on it. So I just recently got the book, so I'm gonna start reading it. I'll put it in the show notes so that if anybody wants to buy it and purchase it beforehand to have any questions for, because I'm looking forward to having that talk. And the other clean my palate is with my nonprofit that I do. I don't know if you know have a nonprofit or not, Trav, but it helps twofold. It's scholarships to help people join the military. So I didn't realize this until my daughter was struggling going into the military, that there's tons of kids out here that want to join the military, but they just can't pass the ASVAB. Or they want a certain job, but they barely pass the ASVAB. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I found a great tutor that I've sent many kids through over the last few years that helps kids pass the ASVAB, that go from like low teens to 40s and 50s, 60s after a couple of months of taking his classes.
Wow, that's dope.
And so I partnered with him, and so he's giving me a discount to be able to pay for low income young adults that needs the help to successfully pass the ASVAB. So
yeah, that's important.
And the other thing is I'm helping and our JRTC units or Sea Cadet units, other youth military programs with their kids that have trainings and stuff coming up, but their parents can't afford for them to go to trainings and stuff like that. We'll help chip in to get them to the trainings and stuff like that to learn and get that military experience.
Gotcha.
The only two things that I require out of the trainings, out of participation, is one, that you actually do the work. So you got to study a certain amount of hours each week when you're studying the ASVAB. And after you do decide to go in the military, that you give back and you sponsor somebody behind you to go in and do the same thing. So with that being said, my nonprofit this week, I was nominated by Sister Diva, one of the loyal listeners and loyal watchers of the show, with USAA. So now I'm partnered with Brevity, another company the USAA uses, and it's dollar for dollar matching. So whatever any employee or retiree of USAA donates $1, USA will match with $1. So that's pretty big right there. So now I just been word. So
It's on. You should,
I found some more companies. I found some more companies like Raytheon.
That's nice.
Lucky. So I'm trying to find other companies to also partner with to do the same thing, because that can be a game changer. So that's my clean my palate is I'm officially partnered with them. So now I can accept those matching funds and continue to help these kids. The other thing is we just got our 6th student. I just started a nonprofit in May. Literally, we started this a part of our accountability. We ain't talk about it today, but part of our accountability was me starting my nonprofit. So I just started in May, and I've already got our 6th student already in the pipeline.
That's dope.
We are moving. We are definitely moving. So
that's dope.
That's cleaning our palate for the day, y'all. I hope everybody enjoyed the pod. It was outstanding. And
Hold up,
see
dog.
y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Shout out the nonprofit name and all that stuff, bro.
Oh, nonprofit is
Yeah, I need
Ready
you
Aim.
to big up that, bro.
The nonprofit is
Yeah.
Ready Aim Shipmate Foundation. So readyaimshipmate.org is the I think, do I got a QR code for it? No, I don't. I need to make a QR code for it.
That Ready Aim Shipmate?
Yep. Actually, I do got a QR code for it. Look, there it is right there. So if you're watching this on TV, all you need to do is put your camera up to it and it'll take you straight to the website. So Ready Aim Shipmate Foundation is the full name. If you Google it, it'll come right up. It's the number one thing on searching with Google. So I'm really, really, really happy. So if you know anybody that works for Raytheon or USAA, please, if they could donate, or just veterans in general, that's really the biggest thing right now is just getting funds. I've applied for about 5 grants now, and I'm working on applying one with Raytheon right now as we speak to try to get some more money, because that's just the biggest thing. All the money that I get literally does go back right into the foundation to support these kids. But we are moving, and I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody.
As a former vet, I'm like I said, 8 years, 1 tour in Iraq, man. I salute you, man.
Thank you, man. You know, like I think we all can probably say, at least for that without the military, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. You know what I mean? And so, especially for a lot of us, I grew up just like you. I grew up on food stamps. I grew up in Section 8 housing, and being in the military gave me the tools to be able to be where I am today. So I want to pay that forward, and that's what the foundation is doing. And I'm just looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to getting some boot camp pictures now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Start putting them on the website. So thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. And see y'all next week. Peace.
All right, bro. Later.